Hello friends, followers and channel members, welcome back to another video here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And in our video today we are going to be taking a first look at the brand new Traffic Injection from Beyond ATC. Now, most of you will already know that Beyond ATC is an advanced air traffic control add-on program for Microsoft Flight Simulator, giving not only realistic air traffic control, but also realistic worldwide voices. We showcased the product quite a bit when it was first released here on the channel, complete with some live streams as well, so do go and check those out if you haven't done so already and you're coming to this program for the first time. Now, when the program was released, the idea with it was it only controlled your aircraft. It didn't have any other aircraft in the simulator. You could of course have other AI add-on programs running, but Beyond ATC's air traffic controllers would not control them, which did kind of break the immersion a little bit. But the developers were keen to say that Traffic Injection is their ultimate goal, and finally their what they call alpha version of their Traffic Injection is now available for the supporters who have purchased the support version of Beyond ATC to check out. That is what we're going to be having a look at to see today here on the channel. Alright then, so let's log into Beyond ATC and check out the new Traffic Injection. Now, for those of you who have the supporters edition, you can already check this out as well. Make sure though, before you do, that you go to your account page and ensure that you have the experimental version activated. It's the experimental version that has got the injected traffic, so obviously you won't see any traffic if you're not able to log into that. We can confirm this as well, of course, down here. Over to the options page then, all of these are pretty much the same, so there's nothing really changed about that since our last video. We obviously have premium set at the moment. You can change these because it obviously costs more with your premium characters, and because we are going to be using the traffic injection, there's obviously going to be air traffic control communications between the AI traffic and the air traffic controllers. Having this set to premium is really going to drain through the premium characters, so I'm going to leave this for premium for now, just for this video, but if you are flying with it long term, you may want to turn this either off or just to basic, which is no cost. A reminder, of course, though, if you do switch to basic, you can make it a tad more realistic by turning on the basic accents. This means that each airline will have its regional accent included, even with the basic model selected as well. Coming down then, you can see we've now got traffic turned on, and of course we can adjust the traffic density. At the moment, the Beyond ATC guys recommend a value of 5. Everyone's going to want to put this up to 10, I know, but for now we'll be good. We may just go to 6, and well, yeah, let's turn it on and see what happens then. So if we go to fly, hopefully should hit this, it'll load, and we may start to see some AI aircraft being controlled with Beyond ATC and of course their air traffic control communications. Now, as with all traffic injections, you do need to give this time to work. Whilst you may see aircraft appear at the airport pretty much straight away, even as we can see here on screen, we've got some Ryanair aircraft and a couple of EasyJet aircraft as well, I believe, somewhere. It's going to take a while before you start to actually hear those communications come through. This is just because, of course, everything is sort of being calculated in the background, and also the Beyond ATC air traffic control programs are actually working out when to send everything out, the aircraft out, and also trying to detect any potential collisions and avoid them. Now, the traffic that you will see is meant to be very realistic, and it should be, because it's actually based upon the previous week's historical data. And what I find also very impressive is that all of the airlines should be parked in the correct parking spots, and that is irrespective of how the scenery designers have labelled their parking spots. The two are completely separate. Essentially, unlike other traffic injection programs, the airlines will spawn in and the scenery dictates where they're allowed to be parked. Beyond ATC is dictating where they should be. Now, in order to see any traffic, you must also have a model set installed. That is either FSLTL, AIG, or FS traffic models. Without any of these, then you won't actually be able to see anything because the simulator can't display them. However, do not run their traffic injection. You only need the models to be installed in your community folder. So to see how all of this is going to work, I'm conducting a short flight today from London Stansted over across to Amsterdam, two relatively well populated airports. So hopefully we should get a little bit of variety of traffic, but of course all based on real life. So with traffic injected in, the first thing I wanted to do then is tune the radios to see if I could hear anything.
Ryanair 16 Uniform Romeo, request taxi to assigned gate.
Ryanair 16 Uniform Romeo, gate 7, tree right taxi via Papa Romeo, Papa Hotel Delta.
Gate 7, tree right taxi via Papa Romeo, Papa Hotel Delta. Ryanair 16 Uniform Romeo.
All aircraft be advised, information Kilo now current, QNH 1010.
Southern Cargo 2529 Heavy, request taxi to assigned gate.
Southern Cargo 2529 Heavy, ramp tree 00 taxi via Papa Hotel Mike Juliet.
As I was taxiing down then, in the distance, I can see an aircraft coming into land. No idea what it is yet because we're not on the tower frequency monitoring that. We'll see it land and probably then hear it contact the ground, unless we've of course moved over to the tower frequency by that point. And of course, it was another Ryanair. I did think it was really nice as well, as I was taxiing down, that we could see the China cargo that had just arrived there. We can see it just parked up. So the aircraft aren't sort of instantly disappearing either, so it's keeping that reality of aircraft staying in their parking spots afterwards. How long they stay there, I'm not entirely sure, if they disappear after a while or if they just remain there until the user aircraft moves out of range, and then obviously to sort of reduce the load on your PC. Now I can see in the distance there is another aircraft coming in. So clearly, the longer I've had the traffic injection running, like any traffic injection program, the longer it runs, the more realistic and better it becomes.
Ryanair 21 Juliet, hold position for traffic. I'll call you back.
Hold position Ryanair 21 Juliet.
That's really nice to hear.
Airbus 61, contact Stansted Tower 125.55.
Both at 2769, exit right at Papa.
Exit right at Papa, Beaufort 2769. Ryanair 21 Juliet, ready to go, runway 04.
Ryanair 21 Juliet, number 2 for departure, hold short of 04.
Wilco, hold short of 04, Ryanair 21 Juliet.
So obviously you can hear it there interacting with our aircraft. There's a Ryanair aircraft behind us. We've just pulled onto the active, so telling him that he's number 2. We're going to get going and we'll have a listen to some more AI communications as we head over to Amsterdam.
Ryanair 21 Juliet, Stansted Tower, Windtree 20 at 8, runway 04, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 04, cleared for takeoff, Ryanair 21 Juliet.
Magic Sun 2, Whiskey Juliet, turn left heading 350. Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1010. Turn left heading 350, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1010, Magic Sun 2, Whiskey Juliet.
So by this point I have to admit I've been really impressed. Obviously the voices I think are the best voices you get from any air traffic control add-on program, and the developers have continued to improve beyond ATC, not just with traffic injection but with other things you can do as well, things like being able to request runway changes and also departure runways as well. You couldn't do that when the program initially launched, but you can now. So we do need to remember that this traffic injection is their alpha release. It is their first release to the testing public that have paid to be a supporter of Beyond ATC, so there are still bugs and things to be expected. Features available at the moment, as we've already seen, is, well, pretty good. Ground departure and arrival traffic both to and from the airports that you've got planned in your SimBrief operational flight plan are going to be included. So yes, that does mean that at the moment only traffic to and from airports that you are flying between are included. In the future, however, full en route traffic, so additional traffic basically flying to other airports that you're currently flying over, will also be included. Of course, that will come in the future.
KLM 60 Alpha, contact Amsterdam radar 119.175.
Contact Amsterdam radar 119 at decimal 175 KLM 60 Alpha.
So as we're getting closer to a rather congested airspace, I thought it might be a good idea at this point to switch to using for traffic voices, using a basic model. That way we're not using up the premium characters, which as you can see have already gone down.
Wheeling 2 Hotel November. Contact Schiphol approach 131.155.
We'll also turn on the international basic accents as well.
Contact Schiphol approach 131.155, Wheeling 2 Hotel November.
Now, in case anyone was wondering, the injected traffic from beyond ATC does indeed show up on TCAS, as we can see here. This was a departure out of Amsterdam, so nice to see, because obviously when more traffic is injected, then the TCAS is obviously going to be filled with return blips.
City 80 Yankee Schiphol approach, good day, QNH 1004. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 36 center.
QNH 100 for expect radar vectors for ILS runway 36 center, City 80 Yankee.
City 24 Lima, 8 miles from AIM 636, turn right, heading 025, maintain 2,000 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS runway 36 right.
Obviously then, as we got closer to Amsterdam, you could see all the TCAS returns on the navigation display and see and hear how Beyond ATC was organising the traffic. Fair to say, it did a very good job. Remembering, of course, this is the very first implementation of the air traffic control traffic injector, then this is looking very promising for the future. Once we actually got down into Schiphol, I took the drone camera out to have a quick look around, and I have to say I was very impressed. There were loads of aircraft there, and not only that, they were all parked in the correct places. Now, I was lucky enough to be in Amsterdam for a few hours not that long ago, and this pretty much looks exactly as it did in real life with where the aircraft were parked. A quick check over to the hotel terminal as well, and yep, of course, EasyJets are parked in the correct place. So there we go, looking very promising for the future. I would love to hear what you guys think following this video, what you've seen, what you've heard, and are you a user of Beyond ATC already? Are you using the experimental version, and have you had success as well with their traffic injection? Personally, if you are not a fan of flying on VATSIM or are not confident enough to fly on an online network just yet, I think Beyond ATC is probably the next best thing in terms of realism, and will essentially train you to fly on an online network such as VATSIM in the future if you wish to go down that road. A reminder, of course, to check out our channel partners, the Contrail store. Using that discount code on the screen at the moment will save yourself 10% off your entire order, one-time use per account. And of course, if you're purchasing any of the amazing stuff from Build, scenery or aircraft, then using the link in the video description also helps support the channel. So a massive thank you to everyone who has gone and done that. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not already a subscriber, then please do hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of our future videos and of course live streams. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye for now.